Hello, onegaishimasu. Today we're going to look at the dojo layout. Obviously, a shared room at a gym will look completely different to a private Japanese temple, but a lot of instructors like to follow a similar style. First of all, let's imagine our floor space. Now let's create a door into this room. We now have our entrance, or genkan. If you've ever seen a traditional Japanese building, you'll be aware that there is a small area for people to change out of their shoes and put on slippers. In the dojo, we take off any shoes, socks or slippers, make sure that our feet are clean, and walk on the mat barefoot. Sometimes there are different surfaces around the edge of the mat for guests to walk around for seating, etc. Within the dojo, there is usually an obvious focal point. This is the front, or shoumen. This is inspired by Shinto shrines. If you have a particularly traditional sensei, there might even be a kamedana. This translates to spirit shelf or divine shelf, where a small altar with items important to worship would be kept. This in itself would require its own video. In most cases, a dojo will only have a commissar. Although this could translate to divine seat if this was a religious building, dedicated to a local deity perhaps. In most cases, this simply means the highest seat, in a similar way that the top seat of a dinner table or the extremely comfortable armchair in a living room is so often prized in other cultures as well. Typically, it is only the sensei or an extremely honored guest who would sit near this area. On the wall, you'll often have portraits of founders or distinguished teachers within the school, such as Ueshiba Sensei for Aikido or Kano Sensei for Judo. Any ornaments, pictures, plants, incense or other items might be placed here too. There is often Japanese calligraphy or national flags hung up as well, and the sensei will often have their personal weapons placed on a stand in front of them. Let's place the sensei near the commissar. Opposite the commissar is the shimoza, which would mean something like lower seat. This is usually where the rest of the students will sit during the beginning, end, and any major instruction. Students typically sit in order of experience or grade, with seniors sitting near the joseki end of the dojo and beginners sitting near the shimoseki end. Both are just different terms for upper and lower seating as well. Normal dojos will have little space for members of the public to watch, but in very large centers it may be possible to have guest seating in both the joseki and shimoseki areas. In which case, the joseki will be something along the lines of a VIP area, or one for selected guests to be invited to. I hope this video helped. Please like and share it if it did, and feel free to use the annotations to rewatch this or some of my other videos. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.